Happy weekend, my dear peeps from around the world. So let's get into it, as I know you are all hanging from the edge of your seats to know about how things are going with our house sale. So scratch May the 5th and move to May the 6th, as the buyer couldn't secure a relocation company for the 5th. Then we had a scare, because as you know, we all need a bit of drama. Back in early March, we booked the chimney sweep certificate to issue that it was clean, and my husband disconnected the log burner so this could be done. When we sold our previous house, my husband did just that and it all went well, so we assumed that there was not going to be any issues. So the chimney certificate, the chimney sweep certificate, was provided to the buyer's bank as part of the loan shopping list from the surveyor, with information that the log burner was unhooked. This was also shared with the agents, the advocates, etc., so everyone had the facts. But this past Wednesday, when the buyers went in with our advocates to sign, they pointed out that they wanted the log burner connected and the correspondence certificate, and that they didn't know that it was disconnected. So somehow our disclosure to all parties, including the bank surveyor, was not shared with the buyer. So we ended up reducing the price further, £3,000, to pay the buyer to get it professionally connected and get a certificate. So these are the things you have no control of, because we are concluding these from the other side of the world. And to be fair, since the offer was accepted back in December, we truly felt that most of the time we had no control. But I will expand on this topic after the sale is concluded, because I don't want to bring any negative energy into the picture. Now, in further news, now we're all covered by health insurance, which is great. And I had an intake appointment with my primary care physician, which is similar to what a GP is in the UK. And oh boy, it is very different feeling here. I really don't like the American health system, and that is one of the things that I'm truly struggling to accept again. But the doctor was nice enough, and he told me that because I was over 50, colonoscopy was recommended, and which, by the look of my face, he knew right away that that was not going to happen. So I got my prescriptions as I had in the UK, and they're covered by the plan, so mission achieved. So I've been searching for remote part-time work, and there is a lot of noise on Indeed and LinkedIn about these roles, but you really have to come and research carefully all the companies to identify legit employment. And then also my husband, who is experienced in banking as well, has been applying for a few roles in that domain. And he discovered that when the initial applications get screened, and likely done automated or by an AI, a credit check is being done as part of that initial screening for all bank jobs. Well, he doesn't have a credit in the US. Basically, will come as no information returned. So hence the application process, because it's done by a computer, will stop. It is interesting to me because Experian, Equifax, and TransUnion, the three largest credit rating companies, have a global footprint. However, there are cross-border regulations that restrain them from sharing financial data internationally. So although he may have a well-established financial footprint in the UK, he needs to start building it in the US, which makes me think why 12 years ago I could start working for a bank there in the UK, and because the same situation would have applied to me. But the answer is simple. Now there is more reliance on AI and automation, and for that initial screening process, when he has been applying for banks, and if they're using this automated, stuff for pre-screening, including the credit check on them. So of course he will be immediately eliminated because he's not meeting the scoring criteria for bank employment. But when I apply, my CV was reviewed by a human, and I got hired based on my experience, and a credit check may have been only a secondary step in the vetting process. So how are we getting over that hurdle? As soon as we get our funds, we will apply for a credit card with Bank of America for him. And one alternative that they offered is a credit card secured by existing funds, which will allow him to start paying with credit and then, building it slowly like that and making a history here in the US. There are many credit cards offers in the US by many banks, and the rates are so wicked high. And that makes you wonder why so many people rely on them. We have found that reward cards are a good motivator for cards. Having points in exchange for money can be rewarding if you pay down your balance to avoid accumulating high interest. So to be continued. In another story, my son is taking the FAST exams next week, which are the Florida Assessment for Student Thinking. He started American school on the 1st of April. He received a progress report with a very nice grades, so we were amazed by them. And we are so proud of him for adjusting so well. And I'm not going to hide the fact that I am a bit scared, as the school told me that if my son scores within level 1 out of 5 possible levels, he is at risk of being held back. Tomorrow is the ELA 1, which is English Language Arts, which is about 12 comprehension passages and about 50 questions overall. It can take the whole school day, although he will have lunch and also he can have break between each sections. But still, a massive challenge for him, especially when he never ever discussed before poetry concepts such as similes and metaphors and other technical aspects related to reading comprehension. On Tuesday, he has his football tryouts for the competitive soccer team in his club. And then on Wednesday, he has the FAST math exam. So busy week for him, and we will need to hide our emotions, being calm, cool, and collected, and offer our support to him. So fun things, butterflies have come out. So they hatch from the chrysalidas, and after they move around for a bit in the little refuge that my sister has for them, showing their wing strength, then my sister sets them free, which is really beautiful. And there are about 5 more caterpillars eating around and still feeding to continue this cycle. And we had an interesting Florida weather demonstration at my sister's birthday this Saturday. So picture this, pool party, kids playing in the pool, everyone chilling, a sunny day with a slight breeze. Sky starts turning gray. My husband looks at the weather radar in his phone and sees a band of weather moving in. We start hearing rumble, it starts raining, and the wind gets a bit stronger, and then the lightning symbol appears in the radar, and we got everyone out of the pool and started playing games on the side of the pool. And within 5 minutes, the wind picked up, and the next thing you know, a lightning hits across the street and a very strong force gale wind sweeps through the pool area, blowing all the gifts, plates, napkins, balloons around, birthday banners, parents screaming, kids freaking out. Most of them locked themselves in the community pool bathroom. And not joking at all, it literally lasted for about 5 minutes and then it was gone. Sun came out, kids back in the pool. And we were left wondering, what the heck just happened? Well, definitely a birthday that the kiddos will never ever forget. And my sister said that never again. She's not gonna do pool parties anymore for birthdays. So there you go. And that's it for this week, guys. Hopefully next week I'll have good news that the house saga has concluded. In the meantime, please keep your fingers and toes crossed for us and send all your positive vibes, prayers, etc. our way to make sure that it all goes according to plan. And don't forget to like, subscribe, share this channel, and I will see you all next week. Thank you for watching.